Ever been in a situation where you were dating a certain girl and she suddenly seems like she's losing interest in you? Is she distant all of a sudden? Not sure whether you should give up or maybe continue pursuing? Well, you are in luck. This video might just be for you. Women have ways to secure someone else's interests. They are masters at creating situations where they test your desire for them. They're not actually telling you they are disinterested. In some ways, they are assessing you if you truly want them. Join me in this video as we dissect the ways women playfully react to your pursuits and what to do when it happens. It's not over till it's over, friend. But before we head on to the list, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more healthy relationship tips and tricks. Here are 10 ways women secretly test your interest in them. Number 1. She casually asks questions. One sure sign that she is testing your interest and your intentions is when she starts to ask you questions about the most mundane things in your life. Maybe she'll ask about your day, what you did last weekend, what video games you play. She is in fact assessing if you're interested enough in her to even talk about the dullest routine you have. Additionally, this can also be her telling you that she is interested in you too. So no, her asking you about boring things isn't a sign of her losing interest. Just keep on being enthusiastic when you answer. Being in a romantic relationship involves being together even in the dullest of days. Her being curious about your routine is her wanting to know what the potential life with you would be like. Number 2. She makes casual physical contact. Imagine walking home from a date. You both don't talk while doing so. Is she bored? Maybe, maybe not. One thing to keep an eye out is when she becomes much closer to you physically. Affection isn't only verbal, sometimes it's physical. It's cold and she wraps her arms around yours, and she walks closer to you to keep warm. That's usually a sign that she's comfortable enough for you to be in her space, and she's waiting for you to answer. Hold her hands, wrap your arms around her too. Reciprocate that physical contact, and you'll find that she'll be much more open to you the next time you hang out. Number 3. She becomes much more playful with her teasing. A great way to know if a woman enjoys talking to you is when she starts teasing you more and more. No, this isn't a sign of her getting disinterested in you. She's just trying to be playful around you because she feels secure around you. There is no greater sign of a person understanding another like that of getting someone else's sense of humor. When she attempts to match your humor, that's an obvious indicator that she knows how your mind works. She doesn't want to offend you or make you insecure. She's just testing you how you'll react to her. So playfully tease her back, but remember to always keep things respectful. No need for name-calling or snide remarks. Number 4. She sometimes playfully ignores you. This can be a bit tricky to decipher, but it's usually a way to gauge if you are interested in her or not. Moments of apparent ignorance or selective ignoring aren't mere oversights. There are deliberate tactics employed to evaluate your responsiveness. She wants to know if your interest dwindles or if you'll actively seek her attention. To some, this may sound manipulative, but it is in sense a light-hearted ploy to find out whether you are authentically attracted to her. Don't ignore her back. Convince her that you are there to stay. Number 5. She offers good-natured challenges to you. Picture this. You're walking at the mall with her and you pass by an arcade, and she enthusiastically grabs your arm so you can play arcade games with her. More often than not, this is actually a good sign that she is interested in you too. A healthy, light-hearted competition can certainly boost any relationship, more so a potential romantic one. This is her way of evaluating your prowess in rivalries and, more crucially, the poise and confidence you exude under the spotlight of friendly competition. Be up for the challenge anytime. It's a healthy way to develop your skills too. Number 6. She shifts her attention when she's with you. Much like playful ignorance, her shifting attention when she's with you is an attempt to see if you're interested enough in her to exert effort to get her to notice you. This is her way to wordlessly test how much you value her company. As she observes your reactions to these intentional shifts, she gains precious understanding into the depth of your interest and the consistency of your commitment to her. Number 7. She smiles more often when talking to you. When she smiles while talking to you, it is a great sign that she is slowly starting to gain affection for you. Smiling is often an uncontrollable reaction to things that we find amusing, and if she's smiling more often with you around, then that means she is happy with you. But not only is it a sign of her becoming more comfortable around your presence, but it can also sometimes be a litmus test for your perceptiveness. When she smiles when you mention something that interests her, it's a challenge for you to recognize that information. Compliment her smile, be mindful when it happens, and continue to make her smile through subtle but sincere actions. Number 8. She keeps things light. The consistent maintenance of a lighthearted and enjoyable atmosphere during your interactions isn't a serendipitous occurrence. It's a purposeful approach to evaluation. Often, things such as humor and mannerisms present themselves during this ordeal. This protracted assessment period serves as a comprehensive exploration of your overall demeanor, unveiling whether you possess an innate, easygoing nature and are genuinely a delightful presence in social scenarios. Always be your authentic self. Don't be too serious about things, keep it cool, and just go with the flow. Number 9. She tests your boundaries. Initiating conversations around slightly controversial topics or pushing the boundaries of conventional discourse is an intentional strategy. It's an intricate dance where she assesses not only the content of your responses, but the grace with which you navigate through differing opinions. In this day and age, it is best to be socially aware. Of course, as not only will it be helpful in helping you capture her interest, but it can also be beneficial for your personal life. It can help you establish your morals, your values, and even your way of life. This testing of boundaries reveals facets of your communication style, resilience, and open-mindedness. Remember, though to be as authentic as possible, do not pretend to be someone you are not. Number 10. She sends out mixed signals. This tricky scenario isn't just a ploy to confuse you even more. It's conventionally one common way to evaluate the level of your understanding of her and your genuine interest. Do you fully recognize the tiniest details about her, her niche interests, her idiosyncrasies? Will you be able to recognize that all these signals are just a playful attempt to secure your attention? Will you reciprocate her actions? Will you lose your interest? Or will you be committed to her fully? That rests on your shoulders. The ball is in your court, and she's watching you with intent. And there you have it. 10 subtle ways women test your interest in them. Consequently, this test may also be a good sign of her interest in you. So learn the rules of the mind games and get started on deciphering her inner desires. All is not lost. As I've mentioned before, more often than not, these are just tests that you have to pass. Study up and pass with flying colors. If you found this video helpful, do not hesitate to send it to a friend in need. Until the next video.